spectacle on a fairly warm October night on Halloween weekend where your Westlake Demons will face the Bay Rockets for the last time in SWC conference history. I'm Brett Henderson, and joining me is Sheethal Kotha and Doug Bullard. As always, the two rivals will play for the Brown Jug, which Westlake currently holds due to last year's win over Bay. As you can see, we have the Brown Jug with us today in the front of the desk. Westlake is 5-4 and 2-4 in the SWC, trying to get the win tonight to have an over 500 season. Bay is 4-5 and 1-5 in the SWC, going for the win to even things out this year. It's always a big game due to the Westlake Bay rivalry, but tonight's is even bigger for the teams to try to get their last win ever in SWC rivalry history. Now let's go over to Doug to talk a little bit about Bay.
Well, Brett, last week Bay played Amherst at Amherst. The game had minimal productivity from passes from Bay, but they were able to score a touchdown in the fourth quarter from an 11-yard pass from Rydell. In the end, Amherst was able to pull off a 35-7 victory over Bay. Going into tonight's game, Bay is 4-5. You should be sure to look for Rydell, Bay's quarterback. With weather perfect for passing, we should be sure to look for a passing game. There was quite a bit of rain earlier, so the field is pretty damp, so there won't be much of a running game tonight. Overall, we should look for an interesting game tonight with two highly ranked quarterbacks that will be playing. So
you're right, Doug. You're going to see two great quarterbacks tonight. Let's talk about Westlake a little bit. Last week, if you all didn't get out to the game, they played Avon Lake, lost 44-31. They played tough, hung with them all the way through the game. We're only down 7 at halftime. They just played great. And tonight, you're not going to see much of anything different. Westlake's offense is going to be the same powerful offense they've used all year. But there is a huge core of seniors on this Westlake Demons team. So this is their last time to be playing base, so you're going to see a lot of excitement out there. Sheethal, let's go over to you for the coaches' interviews.
Well, I was out on the field before the game, so let's go to the interviews and see what both coaches had to say about Demons. Coach Ron Johnson, thank you for joining me.
My pleasure.
What would you like to see on offense tonight?
I just want to respect the football. If we take care of the football, not give it up and possess it, we should be in real good shape.
Westlake's been able to stay close with a lot of tough teams, and thanks to good defense. What do you want to see from them tonight?
I don't want to stay close. I want to play well enough to where we stay way ahead.
And it's the last game of the season. You obviously want to end 6-4 instead of 5-5. How are you going to do that?
We just got to, like I said, take care of the football and get after their quarterback and force him into some mistakes, and we should be fine.
Well, good luck. Have a great game. We'll be back with head coach of the Bay Rockets next. Welcome back to the pregame warm-up. Now joining me is head coach of the Bay Rockets, Coach Gary Sherwood. Thank you for joining me today, Coach.
Thank you.
What type of offense does Bay Village play?
Well, we run a multiple formation offense where we'll be now have a lot of different looks, kind of doing the same thing, but we'll give you many different looks to think about.
What players do you want to see come strong out on defense tonight?
Well, I think our secondary obviously has to step up. Westlake has a very good quarterback. Carl Schreiber, Mark Kelly, Alex McCrae, those type of guys in our secondary need to step forward, have a big game for us tonight.
And this is Bay's last SWC game. How do you want to end it?
Well, I want the jug, so what does that tell you? So we're going out here to win a ball game. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining me. It's about 62 degrees outside. It's a little windy, but not too bad, but the field is damp and muddy. It's been raining all day, and you can definitely see it. But it's still going to be a great day. It's the third week of October, and it's going to be a great day for high school football. Back to the desk. And trust me, if you saw my shoes after that interview, they're muddy. That field is not going to be fun to run on. Well, we're going to go around the SWC right now. Amherst is at Avon Lake. Both teams 9-0 on the season, 6-0 in the conference. It's going to be a tough match, and it's going to decide who's the champion this year in the SWC. Next is North Olmsted at Rocky River, who surprised us all last week, beating Olmsted Falls. North Olmsted is 6-3, and Rocky River is 4-5. Olmsted Falls is at Fairview. Olmsted Falls is 6-3, and Fairview is 0-9. And of course, we're here at Bay, Westlake versus Bay. So that's what's going on in SWC.
Nice job, Sheethal. Tonight you will see mostly passing due to the great quarterbacks in Westlake's John Brown and Derek Rydell's and Bay's Derek Rydell. The stage is set for a huge game tonight. There's going to be a lot of excitement. It's the last time these two teams will meet in SWC conference history. Big rivalry. We're going for the Brown Jug. We're going for the last win in SWC for bragging rights. So we'll be back with kickoff here on WHBS.
But before we go, there's two people from Bay High School out on the field for us tonight, Julie Walters and Ben Harris. They both are sideline interviews during the game, so thank you for joining us.
Hi, I'm Julie Walters.
And I'm Ben Jarrett.
So we'd like to thank them, and I'm sure they're going to do a great job. So we'll be back with the kickoff here on 2218.
And we're back here with kickoff. Bay will kick off first. Westlake has number 14, Jimbo Fawn back. Here's the kick. Good kick. Return. Breaks one tackle. Breaks to the inside. Has a great return to about the 40-yard line. So Westlake's offense will come out here for the first time tonight. Led by senior quarterback John Brown. We're going to have a big game tonight, Doug. Big rivalry. What do you feel about it?
Oh, I think it's definitely going to be a big game for both teams. Both teams definitely want to win this game tonight.
You're right.
Well,
First and 10 on the 40. Sorry, Sheila.
First and 10 on the start on the 45-yard line.
First and 10 on the 45. John Brown in the shotgun, looking back to pass. Goes downfield long to a wide open Steve Barrett. So Westlake opens it up big here on their first play. About a 35-yard pass. Early in the first quarter, first play. So we will get a first down and 10 on the 17-yard line. John Brown back in shotgun, has three wide outs. Berman in the backfield, handoff. Gets held up in the backfield with no gain. So we'll bring up a second down and 12 from the 19-yard line. JT Munchin motion. Pass over to Berman in the backfield. Breaks one tackle. Gets free, picks up a couple, just about 5 yards on it. Bring up a third down.
You're recording now.
3rd and 5 from the 12.
Oh, yeah, I think it's recording because it showed the recording stuff on there. Okay.
So Westlake trying to pick up the early first down here to punch in an early touchdown.
Westlake
5 wideouts. High snap over John's head. Picks it up. Gets hit. Back about around the 20-yard line. Probably see a Tom Mitchell field goal here after the high snap.
We've definitely seen that way too many times this year, and the little errors like that can really cost the game because now Westlake's in a 4th down situation.
That does put Westlake at a 4th and 17 on the 24-yard line after having a 3rd and 5. That's something you're going to see a lot when you're in a shotgun. You're going to see the bad snaps a little bit.
That's something we've been talking about all year, how it's those little things that could just possibly cost you the game.
So Westlake is going for it on 4th and 17 from the 24. John's back to pass. Throws a short pass to Berman. Breaks one tackle. Has lots of ways to go to pick up the first. Falls short, so Westlake turns it over on downs here. They broke open the first play of the game for about a 40-yard pass to Steve Barrett. Couldn't pick up a first down after that. They had the ball down to the 17 and lost yard after the high snap. They decided to go for it on the 4th down, so now they're going to give the ball over to Bay with 0 points on the board.
Westlake definitely has a strong offense, so that can go downfield. John Brown ranked number 1 among quarterbacks, and Jake Berman, someone you wouldn't expect, but is ranked number 1 in receiving yards.
So senior quarterback from Bay, Derek Rydell, brings his team to the line. They have a 1st and 10 on the 22 here in the first quarter, about 9 minutes, 50 seconds. Hands off to number 25, Ben Strang. Picks up a couple yards here. Second and 9 from the 21.
2nd and 1 from the 21.
Something's not right on that one. So we're getting a 2nd and 1 on the scoreboard. I believe it's 2nd and 11 here. Hands off to number 25 again. Picks up probably about 5 yards. So that'll bring up a 3rd down here for Bay. Scoreboard's a little off right now. Looks about around the 35-yard line.
The one's off on the scoreboard.
We have a 3rd and 1 from the 31. Rydell keeps it, holds on to it, see if he picked it up. Westlake's calling for it, saying they came short. Refs. They did fall short. That brings up a 4th down.
And
So Westlake gets a 4 and out.
It's going to be 4th down and inches, and you got to wonder if Bay's going to go for it, try to just push it across that line, or just punt it off.
You'll probably see him punt him off, seeing how they're on the 31-yard line on the other side of the field, and it is early, but 4th and inches, these are those times you may see those sneak plays. You got to watch for that. So Bay's punter is back. Going to try to get off a good punt here from the 31-yard line. Still got a 0-0 score. Snap's good. There is flags down. Flags down. The punt's out. Takes a Bay roll. Max Utzer covers it. Breaks a couple tackles. Gets brought down. We got flags everywhere. Flags before the snap. Flags around the tackle. See you sort them out here. Probably more than one foul here. There's 2 flags in the same spot before the play and 2 flags near the end of the play downfield. We may see a hold on Westlake. I have a legal motion on Bay and a hold on Westlake. See the head referee there going over to the sidelines, talk to the coach.
The ref talking to Dante Marinucci and BJ Travers and some of the other Westlake defensive members.
So both teams, well, Bay had a 3 and out after Westlake picked up a long game to start the game. Went for it on 4th down from about the 20, decided not to kick the field goal, go for it on 4th and long. Falls short, Bay gets the ball back, they go 3 and out. And that leads us up to right now the punt. Got flags all over. They may offset each other. So the hold will move Westlake back some yards here.
It looks like Westlake's going to get the ball on the 19.
So they may put back to a little bit tougher field position after the holding. We'll get the ball on the 19-yard line with 7:30 left here in the first quarter. John Brown in the offense gets out, gets set. He's checking off at the line. JT Munch and Jake Berman in the backfield. One receiver to his left and right. Hand off to Jay, cuts to the left, picks up big yards. Nice little run there by Jake.
It's going to be 2nd and 4 on the 25. Westlake really has to look to go downfield now. You really want to see him score early.
Hand off again to Jake again. Goes up the middle. Gets hung up a little bit there. Falls forward for a couple yards. Probably be short of that first down. It'll bring up a 3rd and short here. So Westlake goes with the run their first 2 plays here. He did pick up the first down, sorry. It's 1st and 10 on the 31.
So Westlake just got that first down yardage.
JT Munch in motion. Jake clears out of the backfield too. We got 4 wideouts. John Brown back to pass. Play called dead with flags. Probably see a false start here. do have a false start on Westlake. Another flag here earlier on this drive after picking up the first down. So they're going to be put in a little bit tougher of a spot again, making it a 1st and 15 from the 26. So Jake Berman in the backfield, 3 wideouts. Steve Barrett comes in motion across the middle. John's back to pass, shuffle pass to Berman. Breaks a couple tackles. Looks like to pick up about 4 yards here, bring up a 2nd down and long.
Been trying to tell you something.
So guys, looks like Westlake's starting to establish a run here early. If they get that run going, you know that's going to make that passing offense even that much better.
We've definitely seen the best games that Westlake's played is when you have half the run, half the pass, but I think it's about time Westlake throws a 2nd and 7.
Balance is what we want here. 2nd and 7, John back to pass. Looks downfield. Big pass. Caught by number 12, Steve Barrett. Makes his 2nd big reception of the game.
Great pass by John Brown. If you give him the slightest hole, he'll get the ball to his receiver. So this really led to a lot of successful offensive drives for Westlake.
Brings up a 1st down from the 47-yard line here in the 1st quarter. Jay comes in the backfield, 2 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left. Hand off to Berman, who's up the middle. Gets hit again pretty early. Looks like to only pick up 2, maybe 3 on the play. It's Berman's 5th carry of the night here. We'll bring up a 2nd and 7 on the 44-yard line. JT and Jake in the backfield. Hand it off to Jake. Will run to his right side. Breaks 1 tackle. Still avoiding people. Reverses it to the left side. Sees a big hole. Picks up the 1st down. It's a great run by Jake Berman there. So guys, look like the play was set up to go to the right. Broke a couple tackles. Saw the whole defense move to the right side of the field and he reversed it to the left. Here's the replay of actually Steve's great 2nd catches here. So he brings us up a 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line. 4:50 left in the 1st quarter. Fakes the handoff to Jake. Looks downfield to pass. Incomplete. Intended receiver was Steve Barrett. So we'll bring up a 2nd and 10 on the 32-yard line after the incomplete pass. His 1st of the night. Empty backfield, 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Barrett in motion to the right side. They're going to overload the right side. Thrown to Steve in the backfield, thrown behind him. So Steve couldn't come up with that catch. The ball thrown a little bit behind him. It's the 2nd incompletion. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 here on the 32. Probably expect to see him go with a pass.
We've definitely seen a strong Bay defense able to contain the run by Jake Berman.
You're right, Sheathel. Hand it off to Jake on 3rd and 10. Trying to surprise Bay a little bit. Didn't work. Picked up maybe 2 or 3. So Bay's defense gets tough again. Stops Jake after the draw play on the 3rd and 10. This will bring up 4th down and 8 from the 32. Westlake is going to go for it again for the 2nd time on 4th down. First drive they went for this, they got stuffed.
Well, Westlake's far enough down the field that if they turn it over, Bay won't get that great of field position, but a little far for field goal.
Munch and Jay clear the backfield, go to the left side, got Barrett to your right side. A bad snap again. John picks it up to punt it. And it goes out to about the 15. We have a flag down. So we saw a bad snap there, another low snap on 4th down. That's the 2nd time that's happened. John decides to pick it up and punt it away instead of going for the long pass. It's kind of a heads-up play by John Brown there. To avoid the sack, just punt the ball, get the ball downfield a little bit to put Bay in a little tougher field position.
I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback pick up the ball and punt it like that, but
Doesn't happen too often due to the bad snap. Giant had the smart play, so Derek Rydell brings his offense back out on the field on the 18-yard line, 1st and 10, 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Still no score. It's handed off to the left side. Not much there. Number 25, Ben String. Probably gets back to the line of scrimmage here.
surprising with 3:45 left in the first half, there's still no score, but when you're fighting for the little brown jug, who knows what could happen.
They're definitely out there playing tough now. There's a lot riding on this game. So the chains did give running back Ben String a yard, and that brings up a 2nd and 9 from the 19-yard line. Rydell looks to go to pass for the first time tonight, thrown over to number 3, Carl Schrober. The ball was thrown short in front of him, brings up a 3rd and 9 from the 19.
Both teams are worried about winning the Little Brown Jug tonight, so they're not too worried about their records. You know, this is the big game for them. They want to win that Little Brown Jug.
The records are fairly even. Westlake at 5-4, Bay at 4-5, Westlake 2-4 in the conference, Bay 1-5. So it's going to be a pretty even game. It's going to be hard fought. So a 3rd and 9, Rydell back in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to the left. And a whistle. Probably going to see offsides on the defense. That is what we have. It's going to help Bay out a little bit. So another flag by Westlake. Trying to come in on the blitz there. Gets in the neutral zone for the offsides. We'll bring up a 3rd and 4 from the 25. See if they probably still will go to the pass here. The running game hasn't really been working too well. Number 8, Derek Rydell in the shotgun. Ben String in the backfield. 4 wide receivers to the right. Rolls out to his right, throws downfield.
No.
Ball is called incomplete. So Bay will punt again after their second 3 and out. Both offenses having trouble getting something established here for big yards. Westlake has been downfield twice, but went for it on 4th down and fell short. Bay's been put in tough field position and went 3 and out both times. So there'll be 3 minutes left in the first half. Still no score.
I was really expecting more of an offensive run here. Both quarterbacks very highly praised, and we really haven't seen much of them yet.
It is still very early, but you're right. You're looking for the more offensive game here, but both defenses really getting after it right now.
And again,
So Bay's punter back to punt, gets it off, kind of a short punt, takes another Bay hop right to Max Utz, who fields it around the 30. Doesn't get much of a return here. So with 3 minutes left in the first quarter, Westlake's offense will take over once again, trying to get those first points on the board. Westlake will be starting the ball, fairly good field position on the 44-yard line. JT and Jake back in the backfield once again. Barrett comes in motion to the left side. Snap to John, hands off to Jake, who runs right. Gets about the line of scrimmage, maybe 1 or 2. So guys, still looking to break up that big run. Bay's really doing a great job of containing him tonight.
They really are, and I don't think Westlake will be able to come out strong offensively unless they get this run started. We've only seen a good offensive showing when the run and the passing is working.
2nd and 4 from the 50. Hand off to Jake again. Finds the hole. Looks like he picked up enough for the first down, and he did. So they'll bring up a 1st down about the 45-yard line.
And now we're going to go down and out on the field with Julie with some of the big...
Girls. And these are Lena McDonald and Emily Coyle. Hi, girls.
Hi.
Hi. What does it feel like to cheer at your last high school football game?
It's really sad, but happy at the same time because it's like the closing of an era.
It's exciting because we're going to be in a new conference next year, so kind of cool.
That's cool. So how many girls do you have in your squad?
We have 10 girls, 9 are seniors, and we have 1 freshman this year.
So what are you guys going to do next year?
Well, we don't know. We'll be gone.
We'll see.
Everybody's hang on a second.
Thank you, Julie. A little interview with the Bay cheerleaders. We're back in the game.
Okay, thanks girls. Now we're going to throw it back to the desk. Oh, you're
Minute
not changing
20
me.
and counting in the first quarter. Still a shutout here. 5 wideouts. Trying
Okay.
the usual shotgun.
So I
Looks
have
back
to
to
redo
pass.
it. So I'm doing the whole thing
Thrown
again.
in front of Steve. Brings up his 3rd or 4th incomplete pass tonight. Still looking to get going here. Brings up a 4th and 5 from the 40. John has a 33% pass completion right now. Still looking to get going.
We've definitely seen a lot better from John Brown.
Westlake is going to go with the punt this time after going for it twice on 4th down and not converting. Steve Barrett back to punt. Gets off a good one. Fielded by Bay, who breaks a couple tackles, has a big opening to the left side. Returns it all the way to the 42. A great return there by Bay punt returner. So Bay will get their first opportunity to have decent field position to start their drive. They will get the ball on the 39-yard line with 56 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
It really looks like Bay was waiting to just do a punt return and get down the field.
Sometimes it's the special teams that really gets you going here. Handed off to running back number 25. We had a good hole there. He hit it. Gets up kind of slow, but he does has a nice run. About a 6-yard gain. So I'll bring up a 2nd and 4 from the 35-yard line. We have 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter here. Right Ella goes under center. Wide receiver number 14, Mark Kelly, in motion left side. Hand off to Ben String again, who gets stuffed. Dragged down by a bunch of demons. Sean Campbell is in on that. As was number 66 who made the original hit, Ray Denby. So Bay still having trouble picking up some yards here. We're going to get a 3rd and 5 on the 44-yard line.
It's the second quarter, people.
So Bay yet to get some passing yards. That is going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. We're going to switch position on the field here. So guys, we have 12 minutes of football, this big rivalry game. The motions are up. We have no score.
It's really surprising. I definitely thought this was going to be an offensive game. We have 2 great quarterbacks out on the field. They have the ability to throw the ball long, pitch it short, and it's just surprising me how these offensive runs haven't been going too far.
Both quarterbacks still trying to get it going. Bay yet to complete a pass. John not on his game yet. Completed 33% of his passes there in the first half. It won't be too long till he'll get going. Both defenses playing real tough.
Definitely. The Demons' defense has really kept them in numerous games, and I'm not surprised that the Demons' defense is really holding Bay right now.
So Bay will take the field here in the start the second quarter with a 3rd and 5 from the 44. Let's see if they will go to the pass again. Bay up to the line of scrimmage. Right out is under center. Number 14, Mark Kelly in motion again. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right side. He's going to keep it. Gets drilled in the backfield by number 44, B.J. Travers, for a loss. So Bay another 3 and out. Westlake's defense doing a great job early. in the first quarter, early in the first half here, sorry. So Bay will punt again. Max Utes in the backfield for Westlake to receive it. So Westlake's offense will come out on the field. Once again, try to get those first points on the board, get that passing game going. Running game has been mediocre so far. Still waiting to bust out that high-powered offense. A low punt, fairly short, rolls towards the sideline there. Bay is going to pick it up, down it. So with 11 minutes in the second quarter, still no score here. And Westlake will come out on offense on the 27-yard line.
I think we really have to see John Brown come out and start throwing the ball. Jake Berman hasn't been able to get many yards rushing, so I think what's going to help this Westlake offense right now is to get some passing yards.
John hands off to Jake, who cuts the right side, breaks another tackle. Great run there. JT Munch, a little extracurricular activity there after the play. So a 2nd and 3 after the 7-yard run by Jake. Westlake on the 34-yard line. Berman's definitely getting his fair share of carries in here early. Has a 7-yard average so far. We have 5 wideouts. John looks to his right side. Sees nothing open, rolls out to his right, who breaks free. A great play there. JT was covered, needed to bail out his quarterback, John, who was rolling there with nothing open. He takes off downfield. John has a nice throw there on the run and picks up the first down on the 45-yard line.
Where's that one sheet with the stats on it? Bullets?
So another shuffle pass to Jake Berman, who runs up the middle. About a 6-yard gain. Westlake's offense definitely starting to gain a little momentum here. Bring up 2nd down. So both quarterbacks, as we talked about, leading the area in stats. John Brown is first with 2,000 yards passing. Derek Rydell's not too far behind with 1,500 yards passing. And touchdown-wise, Derek Rydell's thrown for 12 this year. John Brown for 23. John has had about 100 more attempts than Derek Rydell, so.
It's 2nd and 5 on the 50-yard line for the Demons.
2nd and 5. There is an injury right now for the Bay player, so a little bit of pause here. It's a fast first half so far. Give him an opportunity to catch your breath a little bit. So with an injured player on the field, this is a good time to throw it down to our sideline interviewers.
We threw it out to them.
All right, we are 4 and 5. Westlake is 5 and 4. How important is that score to when it comes to Little Brown Jug?
Well, I think when you have a rivalry of two close communities, when you're playing for a trophy such as the Jug, the records are sort of meaningless once you get here. Especially 4 and 5 and 5 and 4 are close. Of course, we would like to finish the season with a 500 record, and I'm sure that they would like to finish 6 and 4. Starting the second quarter, game is close. I think the running, we're going to have to go to the running game for one team to win this, but when they came in tonight's game, I think everyone was comfortable with a 0-0 record and just playing for the Jug. We're excited about that.
What do you think of the game so far?
So far, it started as I expected, a lot of passing, but with the rain today and the muddy field conditions, everyone's had to sort of revert back to running. So I think at halftime, there'll be a lot of change-ups and different moves made in the locker room to get the running game for both teams.
And what's going on with the special thing at halftime?
At halftime, we're going to recognize Coach Kaiser. who was coach here for football and track for 23 years at Bay High School. So he's seen 23 Brown Jug games, and he retired last year from teaching, and we're going to recognize him with a plaque that will be in memorial in our gym foyer.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
And we'll bring that halftime ceremony to you live. Back to the desk.
Thank you, Ben, and we're back. Steve Barrett back to punt after Westlake got downfield again, couldn't pick up that third down play to pick up the first. So we'll try to pin him back here.
A very high snap punt.
Another great return here by Bay. Return to the right side of the field, probably 10-yard return here. So Bay's going to be put in another tough position here field-wise.
Biz really looks strong on the punt return.
He is having a nice day returning the punts right now. There's 9 minutes left in the first half. We still have no score. Both high-powered offenses yet to punch points in. Is there a flag? We have a flag here on the play. We'll bump Bay up a little bit to the 49-yard line. So their field position definitely improved on the flag. 1st and 10. Russ trying to sort things out here, get the game going again. And they're ready. Right out in shotgun. 3 wideouts. Throws to his left side to number 14, who breaks a big run after the catch. Picks up a bunch of yards after the catch. Brought down by number 13 on Westlake, Nick Hoff. So right out saw the opening to Mark Kelly to the left. Caught the ball, had a nice run after the catch.
Hi, I'm Julie Walker. I'm here with Superintendent Peter. What is a hometown rivalry game from this?
Well, it was always an awesome experience with the crowd out here and the players out in the field picking each other up, the fans fighting everybody up. The fact that 2 towns, 2 cities right next to each other have a positive, strong rivalry. This speaks volumes about the quality of it. One thing I want to mention tonight is all of us here at Bay would like to wish the best to Coach Quayle. Coach Quayle had a serious injury on the sideline last week in Amherst, and we wish him a great recovery. The kids that listen, wish him the best.
Thank you, Julie.
It's 2nd and 11 on the 31-yard line for Bay.
Right out back in the shotgun. Looks downfield, sees nothing, tries to scramble to his right, gets dragged down by a bunch of Westlake Demons. Number 95, Sean Campbell, wasn't going to let right out get away with him. With Sean's blazing speed, he caught right up to him, sacked him in the backfield. So Bay's going to be put in a 3rd and 18 from the 38-yard line. Probably going to see a pass here, obviously, with the 3rd and 18. So Bay's still struggling to get that offense going. Have about 7 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. Still no score.
They started off with great field position, but haven't been able to do much since.
Right now looks downfield. Long pass. Incomplete, right off the receiver's hands. Number 81.
Evan Hegelson.
Evan Helgelson was the intended receiver. Wasn't a bad pass by right out there. Evan couldn't hold on to the ball there. It's going to bring up a 4th and long. Bay's going to punt with 7 minutes left. So Bay actually started on the 49-yard line, had great field position, actually ended up getting negative yards on that drive. So obviously their offense still struggling to get going here.
Well, that's what happens when you have sacks and not going far with the run.
Sean Campbell had a great play on that defensive stand. So Matt Goods back to receive the punt. A nice punt, kicking away from him again. Has a great roll. Goes right under there in the goal line. marker, not going to get the ball on the goal line. The ball was rolled out of bounds. Westlake going to be put in a tough field position here from the 5-yard line. Well, 1st and 10 from the 5 for Westlake, trying to get those first points on the board here in the first half.
This is definitely the farthest back Westlake started off all game.
This is their toughest field position so far this game. They're going to have to go 95 yards to get the touchdown here. See they get their offense going. John in the shotgun. Jake Berman, JT Munch in the backfield. Rolls out to his right side. Throws to the left side to 85 Gray, who gets dragged down by Bay in the backfield. So a loss on the play. 2nd and 13 from the 2-yard line. Going to have to start worrying about the safety here. It's one of those things. We've had a couple bad snaps so far. This isn't the time you want to see it happen for Westlake, because it could go for a Bay touchdown or a safety.
Well, we've seen Westlake on a bad snap give off safety points against North Olmsted, and that could have been the determining factor of the game.
2nd and 13, thrown in the backfield to Jake Berman, who picks up some yards there. Not much, but brings a little breathing room for Westlake here.
Mark Kelly and Ben String both on the tackle there.
So bring up a 3rd down for Westlake with 6 minutes in the first half. Still a 0-0 game. 3rd and 8 from the 7-yard line. 3 receivers to John Brown's left. A low snap again in the end zone. He picks it up. Tries to run with it. Couldn't go anywhere, so Westlake's going to have to punt here from all the way back from about the 5-yard line. So that's the 3rd time tonight, guys. We've seen a 3rd and long and a bad snap. It's gonna start coming up to stab them in the back here. So far, Bay's offense hasn't been get much going, so it hasn't hurt them so far yet.
Well, definitely. We've seen better from this Westlake offense. Especially last week, they played really well against a strong Avon Lake team, and now they haven't been able to score.
Steve Barrett back to punt from the 1 in the end zone. Not much room to punt. Just gets it away. Received by number 3, Matt Robinson. Punt return. Switches directions to the side of the field to the left side, so another great return. Goes right. Switches direction. Picks up some positive yards there.
Kyle McGuire on the tackle for Westlake.
Bay will definitely be put in their best position to score so far in the first half here. They're going to be getting the ball on the 27-yard line. Almost in field goal range just from the punt return.
So Bay really has a good chance to score right now, but they have to get positive yards on this run.
Right out under center. Fakes the sweep. Hands off to the left side. Not much there. Both defenses still holding strong. The Westlake's defense put in a tough position here.
According to the scoreboard, 3 yards were gained, so it's 2nd and 7 on the 24.
Right out under center. 2 running backs in the backfield. 2 to his right side. Rolls out to his right. Throws the number 25 running back. Makes a nice move to avoid the first hit. Pick up some more yards after the catch there.
That was Ben String.
So he's similar to the Berman of our offense, getting in the running game and the passing game a lot. Brings up a 3rd and short, a 3rd and 3 from the 20 here for Bay. That is Bay's first passing completion of the night. So a 3rd and 3. Right out under center. 1 wide out to his left. 2 guys in the backfield. Definitely some movement there on the offensive line for Bay. That's going to back him up to about a 3rd and 8 on that false start.
That could really hurt Bay. They finally gained some positive yards, and now they have to move it back to a flag.
So a 3rd and 8 from the 25 with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half here. Bay was in a nice position there with the 3rd and short, they already were in field goal range, looking to pick up that first, and then the Bay penalty, the jump movement on the offensive line to really back them up a little bit. It's not going to help them, obviously. So 3rd and 8. 2 wideouts to the left side, 1 in the backfield. Riddell looks right, nothing there. Looks left. Just off the hands of Bay receiver, number 45.
So on this 4th and 8, do you think Bay's just going to go for it or try to kick a field goal here? It's 25-yard line.
That will be up to how good their field goal kicker is here. With a 0-0 score, if they got the kicker to make this field goal, you'll see him go for the field goal, but I'm not exactly too sure. I mean, 25-yard line, that's going to make it about a 42-yard kick. That's pretty far for high school, obviously. So they are going to go for it on the 4th and 8. 2 wideouts. Rydell's back, avoids some contacts. He's going to be sacked again on 4th and 8. Dragged down by 53, Craig Acker, for a vicious hit there. It's going to be a turnover and downs for Bay. So Bay put in great field position there off the punt. Couldn't get anything out of it. So we're going to keep that score tied at 0s. So Westlake will take over on the 33-yard line with 3 minutes left in the first half here. Hand it off to Jake. Cuts left, cuts right, up the middle. Great run there by Jake. Looks like he picked up about 6 there.
Tim Holmes, Mark Petro on the tackle for Bay Village.
2nd and 5 from the 37. Bay Village with only 6 total offensive net yards tonight. Definitely having some trouble moving that ball. So a 2nd and 5. Frankie Phillips, senior, in backfield, in motion. Rolls out to his left side, hand off to Berman. Goes up the middle. Picks up about 7 or 8. We'll get the first down. Running game starting to get going here a little bit. We have an injury on the field. Another Bay player down. Stop the clock a little bit. So far, guys, we've seen a lot of defense, not a lot of offense. Bay with only 6 total net yards. Westlake is moving the ball a little bit, but when they're getting down there close, ready to punch it in, they're going for it on the 4th down. They're not making it.
Well, we've seen it all year. Westlake has great offensive numbers. We've seen it from John Brown, Jake Berman, Steve Barrett, but they have to get it into the end zone. It doesn't matter how far you go down the field if you don't get in that end zone.
Good point, Sheathel. Band starting to gather in front of our truck here. Still have an injury, so any bit.
And before we go too far, we'd like to thank Hungry Howie's and Layman's Deli. They'll be supplying us with food during halftime, so we're excited about that. And also Tops for their water that they're providing us, so thanks again to them.
As you guys know, halftime is my favorite part of the show. I love to eat. Ate about twice already. I actually got in a little bit of a tailgate party before the game here with some of the senior Westlake parents. Claude Nealing, Campbell, the Reagans, the Bermans, they're all great people. Invited me to their tailgate party before the game.
Well, halftime's Brett's favorite part of the show, that even on home games he comes and joins us for halftime. So
I love to eat. So a lot of people wondering whose heads we have in the helmets here.
former students of Westlake High School, maybe.
Some former students of Westlake and Bay. Had some tough breaks in life. Now look what happened to them.
And we have the Little Brown Jug dating all the way back to 1955 when Bay won it for the first time.
And this is the last time the Little Brown Jug will be passed during SWC. Bay and Westlake will still be matching up, but it will not be in SWC. They're going to be playing Game 2 next fall. Probably see that throughout the next couple of years here. Bay will be in the new smaller conference, along with Fairview. Berea, Mid-Park, and Drexel will be joining SWC next year, making it a little bit tougher.
It definitely will be tougher in all sports.
It's going to be a lot of driving down I-77.
During rush hour.
Look forward to that. Rush hour is not.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit of a problem.
You'll miss out on it, Brett.
Back to the game. Handed off to Jake in the backfield. Gets dragged down for a loss of 3. It's going to bring out about a 1st and 13 here. 2 minutes and 9 seconds left in the first half. Still got a 0-0 score. Both defenses doing a great job here.
I'm waiting to see some positive yardage here from teams. They really are keep moving back.
Westlake will use their first timeout of the half. We'll have 2 remaining. We have a 2nd and 13 on the 42 with 2:09 left of the first half.
We still got goose eggs on the board. It's the last game of the season, but thinking all the way back, I can't remember a better game.
We've been covering football for 12 years, since I was before I was in kindergarten, and in greatest weather day we've ever had for a final broadcast in October. So some great weather out here today.
We gotta thank the crew here, hardworking all year. Went through some tough weather throughout the year. Set aside some time from 10 Friday nights.
I'm sure the cameramen and women are loving it out there because it's not raining. Yeah, knock on wood. And it's
pretty
not
warm.
cold.
Hopefully this weather holds up to Sunday for the big Halloween night, trick-or-treating. I'm going to be dressed up. I'm never too old to do that. I don't know about you guys. Definitely support a costume that night. So back to the game. 2:09, 2nd and 13. John back in the shotgun. Looking deep downfield. Throws to the left side. Caught by JT Munch for a gain about 6 or 7 yards, I have to say. It's going to bring up a third down. 2:02 left. He did get out of bounds, so the clock will stop. 3rd and 7 from the 48-yard line. Westlake trying to get some points on the board just before halftime here.
So Brown 7 for 14, 50%, but you really don't want your quarterback to be in the 60% range.
Jake in motion in the backfield. John looking left, downfield. Long pass. Caught by number 85, Andrew Gray. Andrew Gray's been having a pretty good year as a receiver. Really helping out Steve Barrett, who's been the main focus of the receiving group here. It's 1st and 10 from the 29. Hand off to Jake up the middle. Hits the hole, gets dragged down.
Who's doing the interview?
It's Berman's 13th carry of the night. Definitely getting some touches here. 2nd and 1 after a 9-yard run. 2nd and 1 on the 20. 2 guys in the backfield. Hand off to Jake. Up the middle. Picks up the first down and some.
And right now we're going to throw it out to Julie with some super fans from Bay.
Hi, I'm Julie Walters here with some crazed fans. Hi, girls. Hey. Girls, what made you dress up like this?
You know, we thought, last game was special, so we had to use our brains just together.
Go back. Okay, and how do you feel about the game so far?
It's been rough.
It's exciting. It's nerve-wracking.
Thank you once again, Julie.
All right.
A look at the Bay Superfans. Westlake has a bunch of theirs. Back to the game. Hand off to Jake on the 2nd and 5. As you can see the scoreboard there. 34 seconds left of the first half. Westlake will use their timeout. They have 1 remaining. They're on the 11-yard line. Looking to put some points on the board to break that 0-0 tie right before halftime. We're going to have a 3rd and 4.
Only a yard gained on that last play for Westlake.
So Westlake will talk it over. With 1 timeout left, you're going to probably see them go with the pass. Because if they run and fall short, they're going to have to use that last timeout for that field goal. So they'll talk that over on the sidelines. You have a 3rd and 4 from the 10-yard line. 34 seconds remaining in the first half here. So guys, we were predicting an offensive game here. See nothing but defense, 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 huh, Sheathel?
Well, both teams off to a pretty slow start for their quarterbacks. You know, Bay not only having 6 yards total.
So back onto the field, a big play here, 3rd and 4. Frankie Phillips, JT Munch to the right side. Jake Berman in the backfield, Steve Barrett to the left side. John back in the shotgun. Steve Barrett in motion. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right, throwing to Steve. Makes a great jumping catch for the touchdown. A great route run by Steve and a great throw by John there. They fake the handoff to Jake to keep him honest. Rolls out to his left and hits Jake, and hits Barrett, excuse me, for a 10-yard touchdown pass. 29 seconds left here in the first half.
Westlake didn't wait long to score, just almost 2 quarters.
So Tom Micho in for the extra point. Call him Mr. Consistent lately, trying not to jinx him here though. The snap, the kick, it's good. Mr. Consistent puts it through. 7-0, 29 seconds left of the first half here. So,
and look at the Hungry House pizza. Brett is already loving it, and he's not even in the other truck.
oh, I can smell it though, Sheathel. I can smell it.
It's still hot, and we're gonna go up to the Lehman's Deli party tray. You got macaroni salad, lots of fun stuff, potato salad. I'm gonna be making some sandwiches soon.
And tops for our water that we have today, so thanks to them also.
Can't wait to eat a little bit of all of that.
It's really nice to see this year Westlake's kicking game really looking strong all 10 games of the season. A total 360 from last year.
You're right, Sheathel. The kicking game has been a 360-degree turn. Actually, that'd be a 180-degree turn.
Oh, sorry.
Tom Micho doing a great job lately. Mr. Consistent. Probably you'll see him up there. It's one of the nominations for all-conference kicker. He's doing a great job here. So Westlake scores on the 10-yard touchdown pass from John Brown to Steve Barrett with 29 seconds left in the first half to break that 0-0 tie, and we'll be kicking off here. See if Bay will take the 7-0 score in halftime or see if they will get aggressive. Probably depends on their kick return here. So the kick's ready. Micho's ready. Here's the kickoff. Nice kick. Ball's bobbled. Pick back up. Looks like some room to the right side. Runs up the middle. Cuts it out to the right side. Big hole. Micho's going to have to make the hit. Brought down by 23. McGuire makes a great hustle play, or that one would have went the distance.
That was number 3, Carl Skyber, on the kickoff return. 15 seconds left on the clock for Bay Village. Do you think they can go all the way to the end zone on this last offensive run of the half?
Like I was saying, if they got bad field position here, they may have just taken the 7-0, not want to make the gamble, taking it at halftime. But after the great kick return, they got the ball on the 40. You probably will see them be aggressive here. Try to match up the score with 15 seconds left. So Rydell's in the shotgun. 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the right, left. He rolls out to his right, throws deep downfield. Definitely overthrown a little bit high there. Intended receiver is number 3, Carl Schreiber, who actually just had the kickoff return.
So Bay Village quarterback is still not able to connect consistently with his receivers.
Rydell is struggling a little bit here. He's had a great season so far, but he's really struggling getting it going. You got to credit that to Westlake's defense. They're having a great game. Sean Campbell has a sack. Acker has a sack. Travers has a sack. The secondary's doing a great job. Micho's doing a great job back there. Chase Reagan. Just can't get anything going here. Rydell looks to his right side. Intercepted by B.J. Travers, who will get dragged down. The clock will run out, so an interception here to end the half by B.J. Travers. Good to see him back.
Definitely.
So that'll end the first half. Westlake 7, Bay 0.
It's definitely been a very eventful first half for the defense, but not much for the offense, so we're going to look for the second half to be more offensive by both quarterbacks.
You're definitely going to see some halftime adjustments by both offenses here. Westlake's offense has been moving the ball a lot. There's the bad snaps late has been killing them. So we'll be back with a special presentation on the field here from Julie and Ben helping us out from Bay. So at halftime, Westlake 7, Bay 0 in the final SWC matchup. And we're off.
Let's go, Mark.
Recognize Coach Kaiser. And it's his dad, Gary Kaiser. He's right, Roy Kaiser. Mike Kaiser. Julian Frisco. Bob Kaiser. Rob Kaiser. Matt Rossi. Jim Sexton. When I came to Bright Bay High School 7 years ago, the first gentleman to greet me, I survived in the North, was Coach Kaiser. He has been a close friend since that time and will remain a close friend till our end of time here at Bay High School. Coach Kaiser has coached football and soccer at Bay High School for over 2 decades. He accumulated over 100 victories. And in tribute, we would like to donate this plaque in his honor to Bay High School, says Tom Kaiser, 1978-2001 in tribute, for his dedication to the student athletes at Bay High School, for his unwavering commitment to the development of athletes and young adults, for the friendships we all cherish, for being a pillar of the Bay High coaching staff and the Bay Village community. Coach Kaiser, it's an honor that I present this to you in recognition for your service to Bay High School, and thank you for your friendship as always. Coach Kaiser. Something like this doesn't happen without a cast of thousands, and this is a great tribute to the great athletes that have played here at Bay High School and have performed on this field and this track. It's also a great tribute to the coaches that were partly responsible for all of this recognition. I'd like to thank Kevin for this award or honor, whatever we want to call it, but he's done just a fantastic job with our activities and athletic program. I thank him for about done for Bay Village. I'd also like to thank a number of administrators, starting with Dr. Bauer, who had the courage to hire me in the first place, principals Phil Menger, Dick Townsend, Joe Lewis, and athletic director Ron Rush. Without those gentlemen, I would not be standing here tonight. But more importantly, when I was walking the sidelines and walking the track, the one thing that we tried to do is make it the Bay football and athletic family. And I owe all of my success to the support of my family, and they're here with me tonight. And particularly, I'd like to single out one person who deserves more recognition than anybody, and that's my wife, Lynn. I'd just like to thank everybody and turn this back over to you. Thank you. Once again.
Coach Kaiser, everyone here at WHBS TV congratulates you and thanks you for your years of support in the Bay Westlake rivalry. Congratulations. We'll be back with halftime here on 2218 WHBS TV, your leader in high school sports.
We would now like to take this opportunity to thank our WHBS TV sponsors for 2004-2005. Lime Cooler Incorporated, lifetime membership sponsors of the Lime Cooler Remote Camp. Jenkins Funeral Chapel, lifetime scholarship sponsors. Industrial Video Corporation, lifetime scholarship sponsors. The Cleveland Clinic Health System, lifetime membership sponsors representing Fairview, Lakewood, and Lutheran hospitals. Joanne and Tony Hody, lifetime scholarship sponsors. MGM Interiors on Detroit Road. Number 1 Express Car Wash and New Detail Center at 25247 Detroit Road. Tuffy Muffler and Auto Service Center on Detroit Road next to Drug Mart. Sun Newspapers, where you can find the WHBS TV guide again this year. To subscribe today, call 216-986-2500. Westlake Kiwanis Club, Stephen, Jacqueline, and Emerson Emser of Westlake. Bill's Golden Shear Barbershop on Center Ridge Road. King Printing on Center Ridge and the King James Plaza. Hungry Howie's Pizza on Center Ridge and Walter Roads. Quiznos Classic Subs on Center Ridge Road and Rocky River. Mr. and Mrs. Elmer Volpi of Westlake. Mr. Tom Lachey and the National Plastic Packaging Company of Cleveland. North Coast Bearings Incorporated. Manco Incorporated. Serid Media in Warrensville Heights. Neverman Insurance on Detroit Road in Westlake. TGI Fridays at the Promenade. Daffy Dan's Custom T-Shirts. The Aurora Family of Westlake. Vivid Jewelers in Bay Village. The Courtyard by Marriott on I-90 in Westlake. The Regal Cinema at the Promenade. Geiger's Clothing and Sports in the center of downtown Lakewood. The Celebrate Westlake Labor Day Fun Run Committee. Cleveland Sign Company. Dr. Paul Lindgren Professional Dentistry at 25101 Detroit Road. Mr. Joe Bach of Lorraine City Schools. Mayor Dennis Clough in the city of Westlake. The Westlake Town Criers, Adelphia Cable Company carrying WHBS TV on Channel 22. Jerry and Karen Hoddeland Family of Westlake. Max and Irma's at the Promenade. Port Washington Inn, Bed and Breakfast in Millersburg and Holmes County, Ohio. For reservations and information, call toll-free 1-888-674-7704. Walmart on Brook Park Road in North Olmsted. The Scott Fetzer Foundation. Tops Friendly Market on Columbia Road. Mr. Edwin Opalette of Westlake. Automotive Specialty Services in Avon Lake on Route 83 just north of the tracks. The Outback Steakhouse on Sperry Road. Carrabba's Italian Grill on Sperry Road. Riverside Golf Club in Olmsted Falls. The Wigs for Kids Foundation. Woodard Photo Studios on Detroit Road in Westlake. Mr. Jim Gornick of Moore Stevens Apple Incorporated in Westlake. Tom and Jerry Kopchek and Family of Westlake. Sherwin-Williams Architectural Coatings on Detroit Road in Westlake. The Holiday Inn Westlake at Crocker and I-90. Miss Sally Jameson of Westlake. Bennigan's on Brook Park and Great Northern Boulevard in North Olmsted. Les Jack Planning Corporation, registered investment advisors in the Gemini Towers on Crocker Road. University of Notre Dame Athletic Department. Mr. and Mrs. Ted Siller of Westlake. Miss Caroline Zaccarelli of Westlake. Mr. Jimmy Lee, Westlake Area Coordinator for the Relay for Life. Mr. and Mrs. Richard Cullum of Westlake. Martin and Diane Williams and Family of Westlake. Spitzer Motor City, the Dodge Superstar at 13001 Brook Park Road in Cleveland for all your automotive needs. Bay Village Mayor Deborah Sutherland, Stan and Marcia Bullard and Family of Westlake. The Bay Village Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Clint Keener. Hello, Getse and Connors Limited, Certified Public Accountants at 27476 Detroit Road, Suite 104. Call 440-617-1200. Former WHBS TV President, Mr. Bob Aber of Westlake. Dave and Buster's for Food, Fun, and Sports at I-90 in Columbia Road. Wayne and Paula and Matt Polwick and Family of Westlake. Kaufman's Department Store at Great Northern Mall. Layman's Deli for lunch and party trays at 24961 Detroit Road. Call 871-3445. Now open for breakfast at 8 a.m. Jeff and Sandy Westfall and Family of Westlake. Giant Eagle Market at the Promenade. Frank and Gail Sperna and Family of Westlake. Amica Insurance for auto, home, and life at 25000 Country Club Boulevard, Suite 220 in North Olmsted. Call toll-free 888-816-6422. Wide Open West Cable carrying WHBS TV on Channel 18. Former WHBS TV station manager, Mr. Jeff Kopchek. Spiro Smith Investment Advisors Incorporated, WHBS College Scholarship Sponsors. For information, call 216-464-6266. John and Doreen Turkin Family of Westlake. Mr. Greg Urbis and St. Ed's High School. The Ever-Ready Battery Company, our Energizer Specialist. Nordson Corporation in Westlake. Amerigas, America's Propane Company at 830 Canterbury Road in Westlake. Call 871-9700 for all your propane needs. Sealy Savage and Ebert Company, LPA in Westlake and Cleveland. Call 440-892-4911. And Gales Westlake Garden Center and Greenhouse at 24373 Center Ridge Road, Gales, the natural choice all year. Thank you for keeping WHBS TV the #1 high school broadcasting station in the state of Ohio and 3-time National Crystal Cable Award winner. If you would like to become a WHBS TV sponsor, call 835-6777 or 250-1024. Leave a message and we will get back to you. Please support our sponsors when you shop or dine out, and remember to mention WHBS TV when you visit them.
I have some first half stats. Jake Berman with 40% of the yards, getting an average of 6 yards a carry. Some good numbers from him. And John Brown, 81 yards thrown, 53% of the yards for Westlake. 81 yards for John Brown is not as amazing as we've seen. Westlake's already had 4 penalties, which have really affected their game. And they've had 3 missed bad punts, or sorry, bad snaps, which would really affect them on third downs. And Bay Village has just had a couple yards scattered between numerous receivers and rushers.
Thanks, Sheathel, in the stats group. So Westlake will kick off here to start the second half. Another decent return by Bay. We'll get the ball. A 1st and 10 on the 40. A 7-0 game so far. Both offenses have been humbled so far in that first half. Neither of them really showing their explosiveness they both had throughout the season. So Bay will take over on offense here. Still yet to score. 1st and 10 from the 38. Rydell under center. Hands off to String to the left side, who gets stuffed. Not much of a gain, if any at all there. Number 95, Sean Campbell, in on the play again with Doug Rafe. So Rafe and Campbell dragging him down there. Both showing their athleticism and strength.
No.
So it brings up 2nd and 8 from the 40, excuse me. Rydell under center. Fakes the handoff. Fooled the cameraman a little bit. Thrown incomplete, nearly intercepted. Tendon receiver was number 3, Carl Schreiber. One of their bigger playmakers, returning punts, go to receiver. So a 3rd and 8 from the 40 for Bay. Still struggling to get that offense going here.
It really was a slow first half for both teams offensively. Westlake not scoring till less than a half a minute on the clock in the first half.
3rd and 8, Rydell in the shotgun. 2 wideouts to the left. String in the backfield. Rolls out to his left side, looks left. Nothing opens, gonna get sacked again. Number 95, Sean Campbell, having a great game today. 3 sacks, bunch of tackles. He's really showing why he's one of the best players on this Westlake Demons defense. He's having a great game today. His last night, senior night. He told me he was going to leave it all out on the field as being their last game of his career. So 4th and 14, Bay's going to have to punt. Westlake Demons defense doing a great job tonight. Bay probably doesn't have much of anything. So the punt is off to the left side of the field. Takes a bounce. Peters decides to leave it there. So as you can see there, it rolls right over to that 30-yard line marker. So Westlake will take over from the 30-yard line with 10 minutes in this 3rd quarter.
We're now going to go out into the field. Oh, excuse me, not yet.
Pretty soon, though, Sheathel.
Okay. I was excited.
So the Demons offense takes the field. 7-0, Westlake with the lead. John in the shotgun. 2 men in the backfield. Handed off to Berman up the middle. Picks up about 4.
You can tell Berman's been working hard when you can barely see the numbers on his jersey anymore. It's so muddy out there.
Yeah, that's Jake. He's going to be in the game a lot. He's going to get dirty. Gets the ball a lot. Gets hit a lot. He's on the ground a lot.
He's on the ground.
After long runs, of course, though.
Of course, after gaining lots and lots of yards for Westlake, and averages 6 yards a play is a lot.
John Brown checks off at the line to hand off to Berman, who runs to the left side. Breaks a couple tackles, slaps around there. Let's see how many yards he picked up here. This will bring up a 3rd down here. 3rd and 3 from the 38-yard line. So John decided to go away from the pass there and check off. He saw something in the defense, handed off to Berman. Picked up some yards, seemed to work out for him. So we're going to get a 3rd and 3. 3rd and 4, excuse me.
On 38.
JT and Jake in the backfield. Hand off to Jake. No, fakes the handoff. Throws to the right side. Steve Barrett, who gets dragged out of bounds. Going to be short of the 1st down.
Right now. Ready? Here, we're going to the sidelines with Ben.
Hi, I'm Ben Jarrett. I'm here with the Bay Rockettes, and I just want to ask them a few questions. How do you guys feel about your last Bay game?
Well, we really enjoyed it, and well, we've had a lot of fun during the last 4 years. Because I mean, well, we started freshmen and stuff, and our last year, I don't know, we just kind of brought it all out and tried our best. But it's really sad to think that like these decades of fighting and football and stuff is all over now with us. And Margo wants to say something too.
And I guess it was a lot of fun playing Westlake for our last game because we're like big rivals and everything. So.
How do you guys feel about the game so far? Thank you, and back to the desk. Thanks, girls.
So during that little interview with the Bay cheerleaders and Rockettes, the referees are measuring, still are actually. Had a little bit of difficulty here with the chains. But it was, well, they haven't really made the final ruling yet. Oh yeah, there it is. There's the call. It is 4th down. Westlake will be going for it on their side of the field, surprisingly, but you've seen this aggressive playing calling all year. You gotta stick with it. So 4th and short here on the 42. Hand off to Berman, up the middle, breaks a bunch of tackles. Not only picks up the first, but a bunch of yards.
I was about to say, I definitely think he got that 1 yard needed.
Yes, he got that 1 yard and some, and a little bit more. So 8 minutes and 41 seconds here in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 on the 45-yard line.
Pass or run? Call it right now, Brett.
Pass. Ooh, I was wrong. It was run up the middle to Berman, who picks up about 5 again. Berman definitely has the offense on his shoulders right now. Passing game was a little bit under what they've been all year. I mean, they weren't unsuccessful in the first half. They weren't as strong as they normally been, so they've been running the ball, and Jake's been doing a great job. They really have been moving the ball well. They just haven't been punching it in. Second and 7 on the 42. Fakes the handoff to Berman, rolls out to his right side, passes to Barrett, who makes the catch, gets pushed out of bounds. Looks like it picked up the 7 yards for the 1st down.
Definitely, and Westlake really pressing downfield with their first possession in the half.
Moving the ball very well right now. They moved the ball pretty well in the first half, just wasn't scoring points due to a couple bad snaps, 3rd, 4th downs. So 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line.
There's
And
a
you
shot
see
of
Barrett.
John back to pass, looks left, still looking, rolls out to his left. Plenty of time, sees nothing, batted down at the line by Bay defender number 24, B.J. Barron.
Nice defensive play there by Bay Village to stop Westlake from gaining yards. So it's now 2nd and 10 on the 32-yard line.
John had a bunch of time there. Receivers obviously weren't open, had no one to pass to, so you can kind of give credit to their secondary for that one. Shuffle pass to Berman. Goes to the left side. So you've seen a lot of the shuffle pass tonight. It's about the 5th time they've used it. Something you haven't seen too much this year. So that will bring up a 3rd down and 5 yards from the 27-yard line. 7 minutes, 15 seconds and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Empty backfield, John looking right. Batted ball. Tender receiver is number 45, JT Munch. Ball was batted down by Bay. Munch took a little bit of hit there, but actually he got in the way of the Bay defender coming back to get the interception off the deflection. So we'll bring up a 4th and 5 from the 27-yard line. Westlake will be going for it again. Steve Barrett to your left, Jake Berman in the backfield, Andrew Gray to your right side. John looking left, Still looking, sees nothing, starts to move around there. No one's open. Throws to the right side off his back foot out of bounds. Throws it away. Heads up play there by John. So Bay secondary doing a great job, really making it tough when those receivers get open. So a turnover and downs by Westlake.
John Brown really had a lot of time to throw, but he just could not find that open receiver and threw it away before he got sacked. Do you want me to get Mr. Kopchak?
So it's Westlake's third turnover and downs this game. Not really electing to go with the field goal too much this game. So 7-0 still in the third quarter. It's about halfway through it. Westlake's defense doing a great job back on the field. Pass to number 3, Carl Schreiber, who picks up the first down and some more yards. It's probably Bay's biggest play of the game, actually. First and 10 from the 43-yard line for Derek Rydell and his Bay Rockets. Ben String in the backfield for Bay. One wide out to Rydell's left. Fakes the handoff. Passes up the middle. Completed. Great job staying on his feet there.
That was number 24, B.J. Barron.
B.J. Barron. Seen him going both ways this game. Had a great catch there and stayed on his feet for about 5 or 6, falling forward, keeping his momentum going forward after the hit. So this is Bay's first most productive drive so far this game.
Definitely.
Fakes handoff, rolls out to the right side, passes. Incomplete. Complete for a first down. So Bay's offense starting to get some momentum here. 3 completed passes in a row, a couple first downs. Looking to punch it in here and tie it 7-7. First and 10 from the 23-yard line. Starting to see these two passers starting to get going a little bit more here in the second half.
We've seen Westlake's defense hold Bay on the 23-yard line, so let's see if they can do it again.
Rydell under center. Hands off to 25 String, who sweeps out to the left side, falls forward, probably about 2 or 3, tripped up in the backfield. Second and 6 from the 23-yard line. From the 19-yard line, excuse me.
Well, we're going to throw it out to Julie on the sideline now.
Hi, I'm Julie Walters here with the Westlake cheerleaders, and the one and only senior on the squad, Audra Cicerin. Hi, Audra.
Hi.
How many girls are on your squad?
We have 11 girls, 5 juniors, 5 sophomores, and I'm the only senior.
How's your last year been?
It's been exciting. I really like these girls, and I'm going to miss them a lot next year.
Were there any seniors before? Were there any other seniors before?
This year's squad, or? Yeah, there were 2 other girls, but they quit.
How do you guys feel about the game so far?
I think it's going well. I hope.
I think we're doing really great, and we're going to keep it in the lead.
I think we're going to beat Bay badly.
Is there any way that we could get you guys to do a cheer for us? Okay.
All right, thank you, Julie and the Westlake cheerleaders.
They just got a very big first down. They're first and goal at the 2nd-yard line.
Rydell rolled out to his right side there, didn't see anything, scrambles for the 5 yards to pick up the first down. So first and 2nd from the 2. Handed off to Ben String, who gets into the end zone, making it a 7-6 game after the extra point. Probably will be tied here. So with 4 minutes and 25 seconds left in the third quarter, Bay gets on the board for the first time, trying to even out this game. So Bay gets their first drive with some momentum. And what they did is they took it all the way for 7. Westlake had about 3 or 4 drives in the first half where they're definitely picking up some yards, but they got down there and couldn't punch it in. Bay takes advantage of their first opportunity, and that's why we're going to have a tie game here in a minute.
They really mix it up, and we saw their passing game come alive on this offensive drive. We really haven't seen them pass the ball for completions much before now.
Kick is up and good, making the score 7-7 here in the third quarter with 4 minutes remaining. So as we talked about before the game, the records are almost even. They both love to pass the ball. They both have great quarterbacks. They both have good defenses. Pretty even team. And what do you know, here in the third quarter, 4 minutes left, score's tied up 7-7.
Westlake now will have to come back with a really strong offensive drive, try to get on the board once again to make sure Bay can't come back and run away with this game.
Westlake has been down to near the red zone about 3 or 4 times this game. Really only got punched in once, obviously, because they only have 7 points on the board. And it's always good to be aggressive and be going for those touchdowns, but you wonder now maybe a couple field goals or field goal attempts on those, you may be in a little bit better position right now, but we've been aggressive all year. That's how they're going to go out through this last game.
An extra 3 points on the board could have helped Westlake a lot if they got it in that first half. So Bay Village looks to be ready to kick the ball off. A nice high kick. And Westlake will take the return and will get down pretty fast. It was Kyle McGuire on the return. So Westlake will start off now at around the 29-yard line. So John Brown getting ready. He's going to throw a screen to Berman. Berman picks up a yard. So it's now 2nd and 7 on the 31. What, David? That's Berman's 5th carry for 20 yards total in this half. So John Brown hands it off again. And this time Berman's not going far. So now it's 3rd and 9. Berman actually loses 2 yards on that play. So it's 3rd and 9 on the 29-yard line. And we've been talking about negative yards all game, and we've been seeing too many of them. John Brown behind center. He's going to pass, gets it to Barrett. Barrett's going to try to go forward for some more yards. Going to place the ball down right there. And he gets the first down. So nice catch there by Barrett and great throw by Brown to get first down.
It's about the most celebration you could do in high school without getting the old flag out. So Barrett obviously has a little excitement after that big play.
Berman going to run with the ball once again, pick up about 3 yards.
Continuing to go with the run a lot here in the third quarter. Berman cuts that ball left there.
Excuse me, it looks like Berman lost a yard on that play, so it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 from the 43-yard line. John back to pass. Looks deep downfield over the middle. Diving and caught by number 45, JT Munch.
Westlake's homecoming king pulls it out for a long
Mr. Munch, the king himself. Finally comes through with the catch. They'll put Westlake at the 36-yard line with the 1st and 10. 2 minutes, 13 seconds and counting in the third quarter. Hand off to Berman, who cuts the right side, hits the hole. Picks up a lot of yards there. Probably about 9 yards. It is second down and 2 from the 36-yard line. Second and 3 from the 29-yard line. John hands off to Jack, goes left, falls forward for a couple, picks up the 1st down.
So the ball's now on Westlake's 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line, minute 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. Scores all tied up. Another bad snap. John Brown jumps on it just in time before Bay came up with it. That would have been a huge backbreaker for Westlake. Still having some trouble with those snaps this game.
It still is a pretty heartbreaker right now because
we're going to toss it down to Jimmy, who has a shot of some soccer players, football fans here on the sideline.
Hi, I'm Julie Walters here with some diehard Westlake fans. Guys, how do you feel about the game this far?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Westlake's gonna win! Do you think that Westlake is better than Bay no matter what?
Yeah, always.
Every year?
Always and forever.
Even if they don't have the Brown Jug?
Yeah. Even if they don't have the Brown Jug, yeah!
Westlake loses, they're still better than Hart!
Yeah!
Yes, they are!
Yeah, Tony Montana!
What exactly would you do for the Westlake Demons?
Anything! Anything! Anything and everything!
Yeah! Okay, that's it. Back to the desk.
There's some Westlake soccer players there who are district champions. Nice job to them, making it far in the playoffs. October 2nd, time you see this broadcast, they would have already played their first regional game, which is out in Huron at 7 p.m. Girls are also district champs, doing a great job.
Well, it's 4th and 1 on the scoreboard, but they're going to bring the chains out.
Excuse me, November 2nd that game would have been.
October 2nd, that's a little.
A little while ago.
I'm living in the past, I'm sorry.
So Westlake just missing the 1st down there by inches. 4th and 1 on the 13. I think Westlake's going to go for it.
Westlake will go for it again. Haven't elected to go for the field goal all game. As you can see, some Bay defensive players really getting pumped up here. They know this is a big stop. So you gain a lot of momentum. They stop here and make Westlake fall short. So looks like Westlake's going to let the clock roll down and take the 7-7 score into the 4th quarter.
I think once Westlake starts up again, I think it's just going to be a handoff to Berman and try to push it through for the 1st down and then work with a new set of downs.
We will see the handoff to Berman, I'm sure. Maybe running behind John Munch.
The 4s are up for the last time of the season. It's 4th down here in Bay Village, 4th quarter here in Bay Village, with the score all tied up 7-7.
Westlake is knocking on the door though on the 13-yard line. Big 4th and 1 play though, coming here after the break. So guys, we've seen a pretty even game so far. Westlake has had some more opportunities to score, being in better field position throughout the whole game, but had a lot of 4-and-outs due to bad snaps and completions. They just haven't gotten the big plays yet, really. That's why they held to 7 points. Bay really couldn't move the ball all game. In their first drive, they did move the ball. They actually punched it in to tie it 7-7.
Well, we've definitely seen a strong Bay defense who's not ready to let Westlake just trample all over them and has played real tough and has held Westlake in the red zone.
There's a shot of the Westlake offense talking it over here with Coach Coach Kokar, Coach Everhard right there. Getting some calls down from the booth from Coach Johnson. Figure out what play they're going to go with here. Probably the biggest play of the game so far, obviously.
So, Doug, what do you think Westlake's going to have to do to keep in this game?
Well, Sheathel, I think they're going to definitely need to keep at it. Try and get another touchdown so they can pull ahead, and then just keep Bay Village from being able to pull ahead and just keep them where they're at as much as they can. And keep some strong defense whenever they can.
Some good insight there, Doug. So here's the 4th and 1. JT Munchin and Jake Berman in the backfield. Flags down. Looked like a false start, but Westlake players saying offsides on Bay. We'll see what the call is here. It is offsides on Bay, giving Westlake the first down. So he got the first down the easy way there. Didn't have to use the play. Probably good cadence there by John Brown with the hard count to get that defensive line from Bay to jump. So it was a nice job there by John. So 1st and goal from the 8. Hand off to Jake to the right side, who runs fairly close to the end zone there. Probably about a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 2 from the 2. 2nd and goal from the 2, excuse me. There's the offense looking over the sidelines for the call. So that offensive line is doing a great job this year.
Really giving John
Empty
Brown.
backfield. Now JT Munch and Jake Berman come into the backfield. Hand it off to Jake, who'll run up the middle. Gets hit in the big pack. Looks like he didn't get in. They're going to have to clear those bodies up. No signal there for the touchdown, so they're going to bring up a 3rd and 1 on the 1. 3rd and goal on the 1. Jake just went over 100 yards rushing on that play. 3rd and goal on the 1. 10 minutes, 50 seconds of the 4th quarter here.
In one play, you'd have to, no.
Another bad snap over John's head. Ball rolls around, picks it up, takes a knee. So here we go again. We've seen this throughout the game on those big crucial plays. We're having those bad snaps. We had 4th and goal on the 1. The ball's going over his head. So now you're going to 3rd and goal on the 1. The ball went over his head for a 14-yard loss, so it's going to be 4th and 15. So now you will see Westlake finally go for that field goal. Let's see if Maichuk can come in and knock this one down. He's 1 for 1 on the year, surprisingly. Really, one attempt, he did knock it down. It was last week's game. So on the 15-yard line, this will be about a 32-yard field goal. Maichuk's kick just clears the bar. It's good. Just made it over the bar. Just cleared it, putting Westlake ahead 10-7. There you see it, 9 minutes, 56 seconds in the 4th quarter. So Maichuk keeping his field goal percentage at 100 this year, hitting his 2nd field goal.
Nice job by Maestro to put the extra 3 points up on the board for Westlake, but you definitely would like to see Westlake score another touchdown on their drive when you're 3rd and 1 on the 1.
It all goes back to those bad snaps. You could get, when you're in a shotgun lot, you're going to see those bad snaps, but they're happening at bad times all game on big plays, 3rd and 4th down. So
We haven't seen a bad snap on a 1st down.
you're right. So Westlake only comes away 3 there. A little bit of a victory there for that Bay Village defense, so that goal line stand to hold Westlake to 3 to keep them in this game. So here comes the kicking team, led by kicker Tom Maicho, onto the field. There's a nice shot of Berman, and you can tell he's been working a little bit today.
Just a little.
There's what his uniform should look like. There's a nice shot to left there, Berman dirty. So the kick is up. A booming kick. Great kick by Maicho. Schober reverses it to the right side again, but this time they're not going to give him it. But flags all over the place. We have an injured player as Carl Schober, number 3, took a big hit there on that kick return. That's the risk you're taking when you reverse sides of the field like that and you're running north, west, and east. You don't really see some defenders that are behind you.
Exactly. Well, it looks like there may be an injury out there on the field, so.
Number 3, Carl Schober, is an injured man. He's their playmaker. He's been returning kicks, returning punts, has some receptions, so you never want to see anyone get hurt, but it's definitely not going to be a player that would help Bay to be injured right now.
Well, let's once again talk about the SWC and what's going on. It's the last night of the football season, and Amherst is at Avon Lake, and if there's a challenge for Avon Lake, it's Amherst. So, Brett, who do you think's going to pull it out and become SWC champs?
I feel Avon Lake is going to win that game. They're obviously won the last 27 games in our state championship for a reason. But I do feel if there is one team, not only just in this conference around here, that could compete with Avon Lake is Amherst, just because they have such a strong running game that will keep the clock running and not for a shootout, and that'd be to Amherst's advantage. So I'm sure a lot of WC fans are there.
I can't wait to find out the score of that game. I'm sure it's close.
So we're back to the game. Rydell flips it out String again for the run to the left side. Not much there. Westlake defense doing a great job all night containing them, that defensive line.
We're going to see what Bay Village can do on this offensive run. They came out strong in the second half at the very beginning. So let's see if they can keep that momentum going.
2nd and 7 from the 17-yard line. The shot at Campbell right there. They run right at him. He stops them.
And now we're going to go to Ben, who's got another interview for us. He's over at the pizza booth. So, Ben?
Hi, I'm Ben Jarrett, and I'm here at the Westlake, or the Bay Band Boosters for the game. And what's your name? And Pam was a former Westlake High School graduate and now a Bay Band Boosters member, and she is here working. And what's the best seller for the night?
Pizza.
It's always pizza. And how do you feel about the weather tonight and stuff?
I'm glad it shows up. This is such a great thing, but it's always good when Westlake.
Okay. And how's sales been? All right, thank you. And back to the desk.
Thank you, Ben. It's a nice job there talking to the pizza booth, the concession stand. I like that too, Sheethel.
I'm sure.
So as we were gone there, Westlake defense did a great job. You saw a big sack there by Ray Denby. That defensive line is really jacked up. So Bay will punt. Oots fields it, breaks a couple of tackles, gets about a 6-yard return there. So Westlake's defense doing a great job tonight. You haven't seen him pass the ball that well. Safety Tom Micho is doing a great job back there, making it hard to pass. Chase Reagan, the cornerback, doing a great job. It's a lot to do with them not being able to pass the ball well right now. And also their pass rush from their defensive line. Campbell's in there for a bunch of sacks. Ray Denby has a couple sacks. Everyone overall is doing a great job. BJ has an interception. This defense overall is just really strong and solid right now, giving their offense a chance to win this game. So John throws over to Berman in the backfield, who just gets stuck up right after the catch, gets no yards, probably lost a couple there.
Thinking forward to next year, there's a lot of senior talent that will be leaving this team, but someone like Max Suits, who's been returning punts all year, is definitely looking to be a very important part of the team next year, along with Ray Denby, as you said, who had 2 sacks, and he's only a junior this year.
You're right, Chief. They're going to find the players to step up. So Berman runs up the middle there on the 2nd and 14 play and picks up about 4 or 5 there. So bring up a 3rd and 10. Here in the 4th quarter, with 7 minutes left of the game. Westlake on the 33-yard line. Great field position here. Only up 3. So here's a 3rd and long.
I think we're going to be seeing a pass here from John Brown.
JT Munch in motion to his left side. Pass to John. Fakes the throw to Munch. Does throw to him. Way behind him. So that's going to be an incomplete pass. 4th and 10. Still in the 33. Too far for a field goal. Let's see if they go for it or if they want to try to punt it and pin him back here. There's a shot of the Westlake band and auxiliaries.
They do an amazing job every halftime.
Yes, they do. That's one of the big reasons you see a lot of people come out here just to see the band. John Brown goes for the punt and slips. Only goes forward 2 yards, so an interesting play. They decided to go for the punt, but they didn't have Steve Barrett, their regular punter, go for it. They thought they'd try to catch Bay off a surprise a little bit by having John punt it, but he slips and the ball goes forward 2 yards. So basically, they got nothing out of it.
Well, Westlake's really trying to mess with Bay's mind. It's the second time John Brown would have punted the ball.
That time it was a design play, though. They didn't want to have Bay have anyone back there to try to pin him back, but he slipped, so it didn't work out for him. Westlake's defense has been strong all game, but they've been on the field a lot. They're going to be taking over. Bay has the ball on the 31-yard line. 6 minutes left here. Thrown over to the right side. Nothing there again. This defense still getting strong. You see Rafe there and on the play. BJ in on the play. Maicho. Second and 9 on the 31-yard line. Just under 6 minutes in the 4th quarter. Here in Bay Village, Westlake up 3. Rydell passes to the left. Stiff arm by the Bay receiver. Doesn't do much. Doesn't get much yards. Maybe a 1-yard gain there. So we will get a 3rd down and 9 yards on the 32-yard line. Rydell under center. Number 14 in motion to the right side. Rolls to his right, looking right. Steps up in the pocket. Throws incomplete. Maicho in there, and Maicho says, "Not on me, big man."
Maicho's playing some really good defense tonight.
Yes, he has. Maicho, safety, at secondary with Reagan, Wagner. They all doing a great job. 4th and 9. Bay will be punting here with 5 minutes and 8 seconds left. Down 3, so if Westlake could get some run for some first downs here, will waste some clock. Help them out here. Bay's looking for the quick 3 and out.
Bay Village all ready for the punt.
Oots back to field the punt. Punts up. Low punt. Short punt. Only 1 second of hang time. The number 72 from Bay was saying it hit the Westlake player there and it should be Bay's ball, but the ref feels otherwise.
I saw maybe a foot touch it. Don't know.
To be honest with you there, Sheethel, I think I saw a Westlake player hit that ball too, so they may have caught a big break there. The Bay fans and coaches and players not happy with that. Looks like the ball deflected off a Westlake player's foot and Bay did recover. But they did give the ball to Westlake. Could have been a huge turn of events for Bay there. So Westlake will take over on the 41-yard line on Bay's side of the field. 4 minutes, 58 seconds left. John hands off to Berman, up the middle. Maybe he gets 1, maybe 2.
That's Berman's 13th carry of the half. It looks like he didn't gain a yard on the play, or he gained a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 on the 41.
JT Munch, Jake Berman in the backfield, Steve Barrett in motion to the right side, Andrew Gray wide to the left. Another bad snap over the head. We got a flag down. John's going to run with it. A nice catch off the bad snap. Gets dragged down. Let's see what that flag's for. Excuse me, there was no flag.
It's 3rd and 15
That
now.
was just a marker in case Bay did recover that bad snap there. So a 3rd and 15 from the 36. Westlake in another tough spot here. 2 wide outs to the left, 3 to the right. John looking for the big bomb to the end zone. And it's caught by Barrett. Signaled not a touchdown, but a huge play by Westlake on a 3rd and 15. They go the distance for a 35-yard pass. Steve Barrett is jacked up. John Brown a great pass there. Saw Barrett wide open, who just completely burned his defender.
And that'll just about seal it for Westlake.
Well, it's 1st and 10 on 11 with 3:30 left on the clock.
So unless Bay could hold them to a field goal or there's a turnover, Westlake punches this in, it's game. So Berman runs up the middle, falls forward for probably about 5 yards there.
Well, don't count this came over too soon. I remember my freshman year, Bay Village coming back.
Here's the replay of the big play. John looks down middle, sees Barrett wide open. You see how badly he burnt that defender. There's a great camera shot there. It's about a 35-yard pass. John Brown saw Steve Barrett just completely with numerous steps on his defender, and he hit him.
John Brown really has a nice pocket to throw from. The offensive line's doing a great job tonight.
Ball handed off to Berman to the right side, who will take the hit and fall forward. Doesn't get in the end zone, but will be pretty close. We'll bring up 3rd down.
So it's 3rd and 4 on the 5-yard line.
3rd and 4 from the 5-yard line. Bay calls a timeout to stop the clock there. So a 2:33. Bay's looking to hold Westlake to a field goal here and get the ball back with about 2 minutes and go for their shot to win the game. If Westlake punches this in, it's game over. So
If
both teams' final game of the season riding on these next couple of plays.
If Westlake does get the touchdown, it makes it a 2-possession game for Bay Village. But if they only get the field goal, Bay Village can come back with the touchdown and actually take the lead. So Westlake really wants to see a TD right now.
Westlake discusses their play during the Bay Village timeout. Third and 4 from the 5-yard line. They actually can pick up a first down without punching it in with that 1-yard difference. JT Munch, Jake Berman in the backfield once again. Hand off to Berman. Runs up the middle and falls short. So the scoreboard is not up to date yet. So it's a 4th and 4 from the 5. Clock is stopped at 2 minutes and 25 seconds. It's decision time for Westlake to see if to go for the field goal to force Bay to have to score a touchdown to beat them, or if to go for the end zone and seal it. Problem is, if you go for the end zone and you fall short here, Bay only has to get down in a field goal range. So Westlake may elect to go with the field goal because their defense has done a great job all day, and they're going to tell Bay, we'll give you 2 minutes. If you score a touchdown on this defense, then it's your game to win. But looks like Westlake is going to go for the kill here. We're going for it. 4th and 3 from the 4-yard line.
You still
The whole game is riding on this play, the whole rivalry. The Brown Jug is on this play. The last time these two teams meet in SWC Conference, all comes down to this play. 4th and 3 from the 4. John Brown in the shotgun. Jake Berman in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to the right. Decides to keep it himself. Falls short, so Westlake turns it over on downs. The Bay crowd is pumped. So Westlake decides to not go for the field goal there and go for the kill. They fall short. John held on to the ball, saw nothing open. Rolled out to his right. Is probably designed to pass it. Nothing there. Decided to hold on to it. So Bay has their opportunity to tie it or win it here with 2 minutes and 19 seconds left.
Well, to me, that is the right call for Westlake. It's still 10-7, but if Westlake did score the field goal, Bay Village could come back with a touchdown and still win the game. Westlake really needed a touchdown to put the game in the bag, and they tried it.
You're right, and not only that, if you go for the touchdown and fall short, you know Bay has to go 96 yards right now to beat you. Actually, the ball's on the 2. They have to go 98 yards to beat you. A little bit less than that for the field goal, so Rydell rolls out to his right, looking to drive it down for the win. Ball's overthrown. His tender receiver is number 3, Carl Schreiber. Westlake Bay going for their final drive.
So Bay's challenge now is to go 98 yards. They're already 2nd and 10, and they only have 2:15 left on the clock against the Westlake defense that's been strong all night.
No.
Turned over on down.
So 2nd and 10 from the 2-yard line. Right out under center. Wide receiver in motion to his right side. Rolls out to his right again. That's obviously his strong side. Throws deep downfield. Incomplete again. They tried running the same play. And number 18, Chase Reagan, in there to make sure that play doesn't get completed for the 2nd time in a row. Reagan doing a great job. Might show the safety in on there too. So a 3rd and 10 here, 2:08 left.
Yeah, I wonder if Bay Village is going to try for a pass once again and get the 1st down conversion, or just try to keep the ball on the ground.
Probably see him go with the pass here. It's 3rd and long. Their whole season is on this drive. May even see him go for it on 4th down, even all the way back here at their 2, because their whole season. Rydell steps up, throws deep downfield, almost picked off. Batted down by number 23, Kyle McGuire. Makes a great play there.
Doug Reef also over there.
So Bay goes for 3 long passes. All 3 go incomplete. Great job by the secondary. Chase Reagan had 2 breakups. McGuire to break up there. So it's 4th and 10 from the 2 with 2 minutes left. And
it looks like Bay may be going for it.
Bay Village in the shotgun. They are going from the 2 because the game is on the line. It's overthrown. Probably will seal the game for Westlake.
Westlake's going to get the ball turned over on downs at the 2nd yard line.
That is probably the sealing play of the game. The Westlake defense comes up strong again, as they were all game. Does a great job there by secondary to make sure no passes happen.
There's Mike Big Dog Kopchak. He's been the Hawk cameraman all year and getting great shots. There's our sideline cam, Jimmy Kimmel Kumar, doing a great job. He's traveled more sidelines than many people.
Berman gets gang tackled. Actually, it doesn't get in. So Bay is still trying to hold on to their last thread of hope here. Are in a very tough spot, though. 2nd and 2 from the 2. Minute 47. Bay will use their 2nd timeout. Only have 1 remaining. Westlake trying to punch this one in to seal it.
Now we'd like to thank Ben Fisher. He's done a great job all year. And now the tag team duo, Kirsten Stark and Angela Saberna. Happy Sweet 16, Angie. So it's second and 2 on the second 2-yard line. Too many twos on
Too many
board.
twos for you, Sheathel?
Yeah.
So Westlake offense comes on the field, looking to punch us in, seal the game. 1 minute 47 seconds left of the final Bay Westlake matchup in SWC history. John's in the shotgun. Hands off to Berman, who goes to the right side, gets stuffed in the backfield. A loss of 3 or 4, so Bay still holding on to that last thread of hope. The clock is against him, though. It's counting.
And there's senior Alex Kaufman, her last football broadcast. It's the last time she'll be having to shiver on the back of a truck. Thanks for being out there every game, Alex.
So a 3rd and 5 on the 5. Westlake letting the clock run there to the final couple seconds. Jake Berman and John Munch in the backfield. Fake the handoff to Jake. John rolls over to his left side and gets taken down for 4th and 5 with 50 seconds left and counting.
4th and 10, they lost 5.
Bay doesn't have any timeout left, so this clock's going to have to run down right before the end.
And there's our stats crew. Vinny Sent ready, Alex Maduro, David Solars, and Lil Smith. And I think Mr. Kopchek's also back there. Thank you all for all your lovely stats this season.
So the clock is ticking away with 23 seconds, 22. Westlake calls a timeout right before they get the delay game. Down to the last second. 20 seconds left in the final Bay Westlake rivalry in SWC history.
4th and 10 on the 10. You gotta wonder if Westlake's just gonna punt it and make it difficult for Bay to even get downfield.
Westlake will probably, you may see him attempt a field goal here.
Yeah, it's not punt. That would kind of be pointless.
So this game's pretty much out of reach, but there is still enough time for that one crazy play to happen here.
Who knows? Bay has a great quarterback who could just shoot it down the field.
Westlake won't be punting. Their offense is still out on the field here. So 4th and 10 from the 10-yard line, 20 seconds left of the game. Bay's out of timeouts. Westlake going for it here. 2 wideouts to the left. Jake Berman in the backfield. Hand it off to Jake up the middle. Gets dragged down. The clock is whistled dead, so Bay will get 16 seconds with 0 timeouts to try to have to go about 96 yards. So unrealistic, yeah, possible, I guess so.
It's going to be hard without having any timeouts. Bay's really going to have to just try to get a quick throw off to the sideline and stop the clock and get another play in if they want to get downfield.
You're going to see a couple, maybe a quick pattern to get out of bounds to the sideline. And after that, you're just going to see how strong Rydell's arm is. It's going to be throwing bombs time. See BJ creeping up there. Drops back. Thrown over in the middle. Gets there, and with high school rules, the first down will stop the clock until they get the chain set, so there's 8 seconds left. Everyone's hustling to the line. Bay's going to have to spike this right away. All right. Rydell spikes the ball. 6 seconds left. They're on the 28-yard line. They have no timeouts left, down 3. So they're going to have to go for the end zone here with 6 seconds left. On the 28, that's a lot of yards to make up. It's 72 yards.
It's going to have to be one long throw.
That's a little bit of an understatement, I guess. Not too many NFL quarterbacks actually throw 72 yards, so we'll see. We'll let Rydell wing it out here. 2 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left. Jobs back. Here's the Hail Mary. Actually gets dragged down. Game is over. Westlake wins the final
10-7.
Westlake Bay rivalry in SWC history, 10-7. They win the Brown Jug. Tons of excitement. It wasn't really offensive game we thought there was going to be, but they came out on top. Way to end the season, a 6-4 season. Fell a little bit short of the playoffs, but they had a great season overall.
Give it up to all the seniors for a great season, ending 6-4, especially Tom Mitro with the winning field goal for Westlake.
Tom Mitro, one of my buddies, with the game-winning field goal. He's got to be feeling great right now. One of the game balls got to go to him, and that defense. Some players just stuck out on defense tonight. Their whole team did well. With Sean Campbell, 95, had a couple sacks. Reed Danby had some sacks. Chase Reagan, Tom Mitro really making it hard to pass back there.
And now we'd like to thank the crew. Brett Henderson, it's your last game. Thank you for coming with us.
Thanks for having me this year.
And of course, Doug, thank you too for joining us.
Thanks. Thank you.
And we have on camera
You guys did a
Mike
nice
Big
job.
Dog Kopchak gets his last game. Thank you, Big Dog. Ben the Kingfisher, Jimmy Kimmel Kumar, his last game. Kirsten Starkey Stark, Angela Sabrina, and Alex Weird A. Kaufman. We're going to miss her. Sophia Sanalakis, Alex Maduro, David Speedy Solars, and Vinny Reddy all on stats. Vinny, it's your last game. Kim Kopchak on graphics, Mark the Guide Hoddle, and of course a special thanks to Mrs. Hody, Julie Walters, and Ben Harris, and all the Westlake WHBS alumni that came to the game. Of course, a special thanks to Mr. Thomas Kopchak, helped us with the microphones earlier in the game, and of course, Executive Director Mr. Tony Hody. It's been a great game for the end of, it's been a great game, a great season.
We'd like to thank all those seniors out there on Westlake and their parents who've had a great 4 years of football. It was a great way to end the season, beating Bay for the final time.
And we're really too happy that our 2 new friends from Bay are both juniors, so hopefully they'll be back next year.
And we'd also like to thank Superintendent Keener and Mr. Liptrap and Mr. Cahoon and
Assistant Principal Mr. Sean McAndrews and the Board of Education.
Thank you guys. You guys did a great job tonight. It was a lot of fun having you guys show us around the stadium. You guys will all go home with copies of the broadcast.
Tell your friends, you know, they can get a copy of you on TV.
So the Westlake seniors really excited. 4 years of football career comes to an end, beating Bay for the final time, winning the Brown Jug.
Before we go, though, I want to give a special shout out to Steve, who couldn't be here, but he did a great job the first 9 games. Steve Aurora tied up, forced to go to a wedding, but he did a great job for the 9 games, and we'll really miss him.
So we will, Steve. So for everyone here at WHBS, it's been a great season, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. A couple heartbreaking games, maybe sneak in the playoffs, but a job well done. So, like we say in Westlake, I'm a basketball player. I'd like to see all you guys out there supporting us this season, looking for a great season, and support those soccer teams. And support those boys and girls soccer teams who are all in the regionals. Support them through the states.
And of course, before we go, we got to thank Hungry Howie's for pizza, Lehman's Deli for all the deli foods, and Tops for water. And we've ate so much food, I think Brett's ate half of it.
I've ate a lot of food.
Between Brett and Mike Kopchak, there's no food left.
And Kim would also like to add that she was switching during most of 4th quarter, so she was having a lot of fun switching today.
All right, so thanks for watching, everyone.
Make it a great week.
Make it a great week in sports. Thanks, guys. It was a lot of fun this year. All right.